sorry about the lighting. I'm in a different angle. I'm not over by the window. So, we're going into May. May is about flower. It's the flower moon. It's dealing with the Fae. So, in this theme for May, we're in April, the last part of April. I am going to be doing Faerie oracal and Faerie forest for this month instead of my Carmancy and my tarot. Okay, so where are you? Here we are. So it has been a very long week. I'm ready for my Friday. And I know she asked if I would do Friday for 1 hour. And I'm like, oh. No. I've been working about 9 hours, just about 8 to 9 hours a day, maybe 7. And there are times I don't even get a break. So I'm like I was supposed to get off at 9:30 last night. And people kept on coming in, and I had to do their orders. Well, not necessarily the orders, but, do their register. And I'm like, people, it's freaking almost 10 o'clock. I gotta be out about, gone. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Last night was a very trying night. Yesterday was a very trying day. And, in that retrospect, finding out that I was not trained properly even made it worse for me. Because, someone asks you to train somebody, you expect them to do it the right way. Like, I was just pushed into doing the ice cream, and I had no recollection of how to do it. Because the lady that was training me said that she was going to do it that Monday, and she never came in. In fact, she didn't come in Sunday. So, anyways, well, let's get down to it. I got my little blue pen. And my 2 notebooks that I'm doing. Well, one's a notebook and one's not, but who cares? Okay, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your wine, grab whatever you drink, and let's see what the fairies say today. They said it'd be good. Yesterday morning was a very sombering morning. I had done a Carmancy, and I did the regular shuffle of the deck, and whatnot, and let spirit guide me. Okay, so past, present dealt with me, and then the other 2 cards that came up, because it's usually past, present, and future. This one had 4, so I know that only 2 was meant for me, and the other 2 was meant for somebody else. Well, I started reading into the cards, and the cards were the Queen of Clubs and the 9 of Spades. 9 of Spades talks about sorrow, a Great Depression, death, complete loss, And the Queen of Clubs is a kind woman with dark hair. Well, my mind must have been on my pack member. What did I do earlier? I'm losing things all the time. There it is. Like last night. Oh, last night was just after I got off. I was not there. My mind was like mush, and I was frazzled. I was like, oh God, please, please, please let me work 6 to 10 tomorrow. No, I work 2 to 10. Another 9 hours. Now, if people would leave and not keep on coming back, because they were even coming back when I had shut the freaking lights off in the marketplace. And I was like, can't I see? Market is closed. I even pulled the rug, did all that. Thank goodness I had done most of my chores that needed to be done before 9 o'clock, or I would have been still doing stuff. Then I had to find my key. And tonight I think I'm just going to leave my key here. That way I don't have to worry about searching it. But, okay, let's see. I want to do it the way it's supposed to be done. Which you take it and you do this. It's supposed to be spread out, but my sheet's kind of... Okay, that's good enough, I guess. So the tarot, this deals with the Fae. And when I do something like this, I will close my eyes and I'll center myself and I will feel the energy. And I will know when it's the right card. So, you usually do 3 cards, but I'm just doing one, and I'm not going to look at it until I got that. What do we have? We have the Sylvanus. I think that's what it's called. Oh, I wish you could see the card. So let's go into the meaning. Got my trusty book here. I haven't used these a lot. I love them, but I've been saving them for like May. What number are you, dear? 34. The numbers on these cards, they're just referenced. You don't, the numbers don't mean anything. Seven, 31, 34. Okay. I'm not gonna, well, maybe I should. Okay, so 34. I think I'm missing something. Maybe I should go back here. Oh yeah, here we go. So 34 is Sylvanus, truth cutting through deception and clarity. Brian called this painting the Mask of the Truth. True dreaming, Sylvanus, who holds the mask of truth, is lord of the woodlands, his crown of antlers, branches signifying his authority. He presents the mask to us, supported by the Faerie of aspiration, as she welcomes us to our own potential. We wear the mask to look inward, seeing our true selves, not our false or fearful selves, but the beings of light that we truly are, and what we have the potential to be. It becomes very difficult for us to make excuses and blame others for our failures and fears once we have seen what we could be and we were for willing what in fact we already are but are not quite living up to. I thought it was very odd that there is a mask of truth. It's gonna go by right. All right. It seems to me that we use masks to hide truth rather than to reveal it. Oh no, Sylvanus assured me. First, you put the mask on and hide, and then you take it off to reveal the truth. Very fairy. I see, I said. Not certain I did, but not sure I wanted to either. Besides, Sylvanus continued, your face is not your truth. Sometimes faces need to be hidden so truth can be seen. Or sometimes you need to make a crack in a consciousness aha moment in order to see a truth you have been blind to. I hate this. From before the time we were born, people have been projecting their ideas, hopes, fears, and confusions on us. As we grow up, we accept many of these untrue projections as our reality. Our polarity, our partly false, partly true picture of ourselves. Bran wrote, the fairy Kundran holds one of the many sacred swords of fairyland. This one, forged long by the mysterious dwarves, is laid across the cliff of the other world as a bridge to fairyland. The two-edged sword symbolizes the union of the human world with the world of fairy, as well as a union of the outer world and nature with the inner world of our psyche. It is a sword of clarity, of clear-cut understanding and sharp perception. But once we cross into fairy, it becomes the sword of courage and noble service. Starting reading, because it's not reversed. At this time, you are discovering new truths about yourself. They are essential for you to know in order to create relationships based on mutual respect, affection, and trust. These things can only work if we see ourselves and others as we are. Currently, both fairy and the world are functioning as a giant mirror in which we see ourselves in many surprising ways. People tend to dread This is because we assume that we are worse than we think we are. But this is far from necessarily true. Now is the time for finding out the false and misleading beliefs you have accepted and discovering that you are a better person than you thought and have the potential to accomplish more than you believed you could. If someone says you are better or simply different than you think you are, don't automatically reject this. Think it over carefully. You have more to give and more to enjoy than you have been giving yourself credit for.